Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, welcome back to another unit review for Battlefields of Mana. And folks, here we are. We have made it to the trolls. I can't even fit all three of them on the turntable. But just for reference, they would be lined up, just like a typical unit. In this case, 3 wide. Look at that footprint. That is huge on the battlefield. So, trolls are a mercenary unit. Again, what makes mercenaries unique is that you have to earn the right to even include them in your army, and that you can only include one unit of each mercenary type in your army. So what does that mean? Well, unlike Regal Guard and Lunar Knights, when you're building an army, you can have up to 4 units of archers or 4 units of light cav. But a mercenary unit, you can only have one of. You can, of course, have multiple different mercenaries, but only one of each type of mercenary. Now, what did I mean by you had to earn the right to even use them? Well, what that means is you have to beat them in battle. These mercenaries are a little stuffy. They are not just going to take coin from anyone. So what you do is you decide, okay, you know what? In future battles, I want to at least have the option of using trolls. So you find an opponent who's going to build an army of Marauders. They're going to include the mercenary unit that you want to eventually use, like trolls. And then you play that battle out using your army of Lunar Knights or Regal Guard or whatever. And then if you beat them, from then on, you will have the option of including that mercenary unit in your army. And you rinse repeat for every other mercenary type you may want to include. So why may you want to include trolls? Trolls don't have a banner bearer. If your opponent also has trolls, then just put a colored token near them to denote that they're yours. But trolls, each troll has 4 attack dice. So at most, they'll be rolling 12 attack dice. Also, their combat strength is a +1. So imagine that. They're rolling 12 dice. All of them are +1. Only an armor value of 1, though. As you can see, they're fairly nude, just with a little loincloth. But as you can see the one spinning around right now, you can easily see the cake on that guy. So armor value 1 means 2s or better to hit them. No defensive special abilities, no range, movement 4 inches. So they can move up to 4 inches and still fight, or forego combat that round and move twice, move up to 8 inches. Initiative is +3, so that means when you're fighting them in close combat, the trolls are going to get to add 3 to their initiative die roll. Health, 4 HP per troll. So that's a total of 12 HP. And so every 4 HP that they take, you'll be putting little wound counters. You always just put them on 1. So it's not like you split up 2, 2, and 2 or whatever. So you start on 1, you finish on 1. Once 1 gets up to 4, you remove them as a casualty, and then you continue on with the others. Ability. This is where the trolls absolutely shine. So let's talk about Terrify. Terrify is an anti-defensive special ability that applies to close combat only. So before any defensive abilities are applied by the defender must re-roll any successful defense dice. So only one time though, when in close combat. And they have to do that in each round of combat. Defense dice that failed to equal or exceed the attack dice are not re-rolled. So any attack dice that already failed don't need to be re-rolled. But after the trolls attack, the defending unit rolls their defense dice. Any defense dice that fail, they just put those to the side. But any defense dice that actually negated an attack die, they have to re-roll those. So there's a chance that they'll lose even more defense dice, and more attack dice will get through. So, I'm just reading off of the ability sheet here. There's a lot of examples. So, for example, the attack die result was 6, 5, 5, and a 4. The defense die is 6, 5, 4, and 4. So the defense dice of 6, 5, and 4 would be re-rolled, and that extra 4 would be discarded. And then you re-roll the 6, 5, and a 4. and see what happens. After the Terrify reroll has been resolved, the defender may then apply any of their own defensive special abilities like parry or dodge, and the defense modifiers, which are plus or minus to defense, are applied to all rolls, both before and after Terrify. And units and single figures with Terrify do not panic, so these trolls will never panic. And then, of course, as most trolls do, they have Regenerate. So at the end of every turn, both their own and the opponent's, units and single figures that have taken wounds and have the Regenerate ability each roll a d6. A 4+ heals d4 wounds. Keep track of figures with Regenerate that have been slain each turn, as a successful regeneration at the end of the turn may keep them in play. Figures slain on prior turns cannot be brought back to life with Regenerate. So, for example, in this case, if we took 5 wounds, this guy's dead, 1 more wound on someone else, we roll for Regenerate, and we fail. We roll a 1 through 3. Next turn, we take a couple more wounds, add it to that guy over there, roll to Regenerate, and we roll 4. So we remove all 3 wounds from that guy, but that 4th extra thing doesn't bring this guy back from a turn ago. If this guy would have been killed this turn and we rolled a 4, then we could have brought him back, but not this guy we lost on a previous turn. So that is it. So Terrify makes them re-roll successful defense rolls. So that means more attacks get through. And these attacks are already pretty brutal with 12 total attack dice, all +1. Defender has to re-roll successful defense dice, and any attacks that get through on the trolls may be regenerated. How much does it cost? 7 points. That's right, folks. It costs 7 points to include a unit of trolls in your army, and I absolutely love it. All right, that is going to do it for this unit review. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it, and until next time.